Grown Man Record Night.
Wasn't that fun?
We're live.
We are live.
Brand new little open.
I feel like you should be standing up right now.
Yeah, hey, we're playing a little. This is West Point music, and we're doing it because of the
Normandy
invasion.
Okay.
How many years is this? 70? 70-year anniversary of the Normandy invasion. So, hey man, so that's why we're playing this West Point music, which is what we do here on Grown Man Record Night. We honor mugs, you know what I'm saying? Grown Man Record Night. Live every Friday night.
Every night.
Every Friday night here on Ustream. For you YouTube people that catch us up, man, don't forget to catch us.
Yeah, I feel like I'm too centered. I'm too centered in the shot.
You're centered.
I think we need to pan.
No.
You're
We need to pan left a little
You're
bit.
centered. You're centered. You're centered with your
Too much of me. You
Don't forget every Friday night to
see
catch
me.
us live. For you people that's catching us on YouTube, we got the old live show every Friday night, 8:30 until Jeebus knows when. Make sure you also you like our damn Facebook page, you bunch of mugs. Hey, you bunch of mugs. Facebook page. That's where it's at. That's where all the kids are on the Facebook, Steve.
Is that what they're doing?
All the kids are on Facebook.
I think the kids are on Pinterest, aren't they?
I don't know. Friendster. That's what I heard about it.
Okay.
I don't know nobody. But
Hot or not?
you can always get up. I post stuff there throughout the week. So, hey, man. So catch up with us there. Catch up. All right.
Good place to look.
Also want to make sure folks know about our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Machete Miller. We got a contest going on. It's supposed to end like next Friday the 13th. I may let it run to the end of June. I don't know. We ain't had too many submissions so far. I'm disappointed. I'm depressed about it. Thinking about hanging myself with an extension cord.
An extension cord?
Maybe, if I can
Okay.
find one.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to use a good one.
We
You wouldn't want to take this fan
Camera
down.
goes-
I got one you can use.
yeah. But that's where you want to go is
You know, a lot of shows wait till like the bump going to break. They do all that YouTube and
Yeah.
streaming.
But
But you don't go to break, so
no breaks.
there's
Ain't no breaks.
Ain't no break.
What if they don't hang around that long?
They might not be here.
And they might not see the graphic. And then what are we going to do?
That's why we don't go to break.
We don't go
We
to
don't want you to leave.
No. Hey, thanks for joining us here on Grown Man Record Night Live. We appreciate it. We got a lot of folks hanging out with us live tonight.
That's a good thing.
Our live numbers fluctuate.
Skeletor.
A little up, a little down, a little up, a little down. And I don't know, but it's cool to see people joining us live as well as checking us out on the YouTube channel, which we
Yeah.
got a little people checking us out over there. I wore my football jersey because my baseball team's not doing so good, so I wore my football jersey.
Yeah.
And it's porous. It lets me sweat on through it. I don't have to worry about so much of how much of
You
it
probably
I
will
smell.
sweat a lot with that outfit you got on.
Yeah, it's hot in here, man. Woo, it's
Speaking
hot.
of your baseball team, you know, they did lose a contributor from the 80s this week.
Don Zimmer passed away.
Don Zimmer.
My favorite baseball manager probably ever in my life that I've actually paid attention to, and he was the manager of the Cubs back in like early 90s.
But I think when he was with the Yankees as an assistant coach was when
The fight, the Pedro Martinez
my
fight.
favorite Don Zimmer
Yeah.
moment when he
Yeah.
got in that fight. And
I used to love just, even when the Cubs were losing, I would love watching the leadoff man because Don Zimmer always had cool shit to say. He was a guy that always had cool shit to say.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what I'm drinking tonight, Steve. Thanks for joining us,
Okay.
Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you drinking?
I got it's a new cocktail I've developed. I talked about it last week. It's Pop-Off vodka. Don't hate. And San Pellegrino, the blood orange.
Okay.
Which is pretty expensive. And so when I combine the two, I call it the duality of man.
The duality of man.
Yeah, I think it says a lot about just people in general.
Okay. So you got the low and the high.
There's the low and the high, the yin and the yang.
The
Keep it right in the middle, folks. One piece of advice I can give you: keep it right in the middle. Even Steven, that's his name.
yeah. Keep it between the lines.
And it makes you just funny, just the same. It's cheap vodka.
I'm drinking pineapple hard cider.
Oh, get out of here now.
We've done pear and
Come
we've
on,
tried all kinds.
Steve.
Cherry. I came across Ace Pineapple Hard Cider.
Parnapple.
Parnapple.
Parnhipple.
It's actually pretty good. It gives me a good summertime feeling.
Yeah, that's awesome. Huh. I've not seen a pineapple cider before, so that's good business. Wanted to mention a quick little thing. We mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but people hadn't really jumped on it. And I just want to throw it out there. Our good buddy Bob had mentioned that if people want to, maybe if they want to send in pictures of their room or their vinyl setup or their system or whatever.
Their dig.
Hey, go to our Facebook page, and if you've not joined us there before, go to our Facebook page and send us a picture of either like your vinyl collection. Maybe you've got a dope collection of one or two particular types of music or whatever, or maybe it's your setup and you got a crazy like tube receiver or turntable.
Is there a way to share that?
Yeah, and I'll share it.
How do you share it?
I don't know.
No.
But
Page?
yeah, but if you go to the Facebook page,
Oh, that's
I'll
where you share it. That's what I was aiming at,
I'll
man.
put it on the program. Is my point? Is I'll put you right on the program. Yeah. Hey, now let me tell you, there's some people on Facebook. Man,
What you know?
we're talking about some
Just one of the guys.
man one of their stupid cheerleading teams,
All right, now.
stupid dance teams and stuff. People be talking
That's
about
not
their-
why we're here.
No, I tell you what, it makes me mad, Steve. I won't say no more. I don't want to get nobody. I'll get me in trouble. I ain't gonna get nobody in trouble. I'll get me in trouble. So, yeah, Cameron's blowing me with a thing over here.
Yeah.
Coming in 3, 2, 1. I knew right as soon as I said that was wrong.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that.
Both of them, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, those Zeppelin reissues came out this week, folks. Big time news in the vinyl sphere of people that live in a square, and I'm on the outside of the square, but the vinyl people, they're over here.
Okay.
And if you look, it's right. New Led Zeppelin records. I've heard they sound really good, and some of the people have been getting them in this week, and have been really happy with them.
Have they?
Are you going to get them? What do
I
you
don't
think about
know.
vinyl reissues with the Zeppelin? You're a Zeppelin guy.
Well, I mean,
obviously.
it's if they're done right, and it sounds like they are done right.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be bad to pick up.
I'm not opposed to them. The only thing I can say about that is I've been fairly a little bit lucky in terms of finding Zeppelin OG vinyl out
Yeah.
in the wild.
Yeah.
Sometimes not in the best shape, but I've ran into it eventually where it's in decent shape. And the real ones, and when I find it, it's such an accomplishment.
Yeah.
I don't know that I want to jump the gun and go buy the reissues.
Sure.
I'm sure they sound great, but to me it's really cool when you're going through your Paul Anka and your Lawrence Welk, and then you pull out Led Zeppelin 4, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
What? That's, I mean, to me, that's what makes it worthwhile. And so I don't think it's something I'm going to seek out, but I've heard really good things. So if you're in the market for a Zeppelin reissues, I think it's...
You know, they just they're reissuing Soundgarden Super Unknown.
That's right. They were on the
And
Tonight Show.
They were on Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Show.
Yeah.
A few nights ago, and it was pretty
It was good.
stout.
Chris Cornell looks old, man.
He looks interesting.
He is old.
He looks like
I'd
he looks
say,
heroin old.
Is it Tail,
What?
the guitarist?
Oh, Kim Tahill.
Kim Tahill.
Uh-huh.
He looks pretty cool. He's looking.
He's a
looking
cool
good.
old guy.
Yeah.
But they really brought it, I have to say. They played a couple of tracks. They played Spoon Man, and what was the other track they played? Yeah, one other track from Super Unknown. And it was good. It was
My Way.
My way.
spot
My Way.
on.
My Way.
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
it was spot on. It was
spot
dead
on.
It was
That's
great.
a reissue I would be interested in looking for.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I don't know you're going to find the OG. I got the hiccups.
Good luck finding it.
Jesus. I got the hiccups. But that's not something you're going to find very often out in the wild. So that's a reissue that
Yeah.
I may be interested in looking for. So
I wish we could take this right here.
Cameraman is doing
I wish we could take this.
He's dancing like he's at the
He
Mac.
never wants to be seen on camera, but he stands right off the camera and does the stupidest
off the
effing
camera.
things.
Yeah, makes us all look like
We're
retards.
sitting there trying to
'cause
carry on a conversation, and there's some guy marching in place, standing right next to the table.
While we're trying to decipher it, it makes us look like idiots because we're trying to.
Because we're like looking at you, and I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at you. And
Led Zeppelin reissue because somebody's going.
We were probably talking in meter at that point.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Great
I don't know.
album.
I mean, it's a big party whenever we do things here. Hey, early in the week, if you're a friend of the Facebook page, you notice I posted a Facebook link to a Dustin Grooves article about the gas lamp killer. Very cool article, and I really like what Dustin Grooves folks do. And I didn't mention this before, but they actually came out in certain markets with a book that got released Record Store Day this year.
Right.
And I think late in May, actually got released worldwide. And so the book kind of chronicles different musicians and different collectors worldwide, and these really cool stories about people's collections and the way that they produce music and collect music. And you know, I thought as I posted that article, that's something worth mentioning. It's something we've not mentioned here recently. The Dustin Grooves guys do a really good job at chronicling what it is to be a vinyl collector and just a music guy in general, specifically an old analog guy.
Right.
So it's cool. Check it out. Dustin Grooves. I think it's dustingrooves.com. Google it. Don't be a retard. So I tell you what, we got a lot to get through tonight. So I tell you what, let's go on and get into like what we played this evening.
Okay.
Played a nice eclectic mix of things this evening, and we got so many things, so many cool things to get through this evening. I'm just really stoked to get on with it.
I came in a little late.
Yeah. What was you doing, Steve?
Having dinner with my girls.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about what we played this evening. We started out, actually, one of the first records. We're going to talk about it a little later. I'm going to kind of save it a little bit. We went from the first record to this one, Peter Gabriel. So. And I played the side. I wanted to hear a little Red Rain and Sledgehammer. Don't Give Up. That voice again. That's my favorite side of this, probably. I said both of those are great. We don't have to show all these, but Peter Gabriel, I don't know. Come on, that's just good business. Mixed it up. Little Allman Brothers, Eat a Peach.
Okay.
Man, wanted to. I had that in my head this week to play this because I was playing something on the Git Fiddle and I thought, oh, that kind of sounds like Melissa, and it wasn't really exactly, but it was kind of there. And I'm like, oh, it sounds like Melissa. That's why I played it. Picked this up last week. The first time we jammed it on the show tonight. Cannonball Adderley Quintet featuring Nat Adderley, the old brother.
Oh yeah.
Them Dirty Blues, part of the Riverside Jazz series.
Great album.
Oh man, this was fantastic. Really, the first time we've jammed it on the air in context of the Grown Man Record Night. Within the context of the program that we do here.
There's a good picture of the two of them on
You were
the
trying
back.
to say the Metasphere?
Metasphere.
Menace.
Dennis the Menace.
Can't even tell if I'm in the shot here.
You're all over it, Steve. How cool was that? That was a cool record. Picked that up last week. Something I hadn't picked up since the last record show. We've got another one coming up here in town.
Yeah, we do in a couple weeks.
Couple weeks. The same record show that's coming up in a couple weeks. Pick this up.
Same records.
Lou Reed, New Sensations. Hadn't played this
Like
in a
an
while.
80s.
It's like 80. Oh
Had
man,
an 80s feel to it.
Yeah,
He's holding
it's-
like a game
I
controller.
want to say 84. It's got an Atari controller
He's
in it.
holding an Atari.
It's a good record,
controller.
man.
There
It's
you
not a Lou Reed I was super in touch with when I first played it,
Yeah.
but it's good. It's good. Is it Velvet Underground and Nico? No.
It's not something I can listen to every day.
No, it's
I'll be
good
honest
stuff.
with you.
Though. It's good stuff, though. He's got stuff to say.
Yeah.
Lou Reed's
Sure.
got stuff to say.
Okay.
Hey, tell me a little bit about this Dwayne Allman, an anthology that you picked up.
Well, I picked that
Great
up.
cover art, by the way.
Picked it up cheap, and it's it's a collection of Dwayne Allman things.
Yeah.
This looks like he's standing
He's having a little fishing
somewhere
time.
in Alabama. The reason I wanted to play a couple songs off here is of the Muscle Shoals, and I hate to bring it up again, but
Yeah, well, we've had some people watch the
he
movie
played an
because you talked
important
about
part in Muscle Shoals. And
Yeah.
two of the songs that we played were Wilson Pickett, Hey Jude, which is a song that he suggested to Wilson that they play. And some people credit that song in the way he played it as the birth of Southern rock. And it's
Wow.
weird to say that because it's Wilson Pickett wailing on Hey Jude, but Dwayne Allman knew something the others didn't, and he convinced them that they needed to record this song.
Yeah.
And the second song was
What a version.
was Clarence Carter.
Yeah, what a version.
Clarence Carter's from Muscle Shoals, and they did The Road of Love.
Oh, baby.
And just a great couple songs that he recorded in Muscle Shoals with them. And there's a bunch of great songs on here, a bunch of course, Allman Brothers. And I know you played Eat a Peach, and I was afraid to play that.
That's all right. Hey, that was great.
You
though.
know.
Let's see what else we got.
Hey, I want to mention something real quick.
What are you mentioning?
I brought, this is not what we played, but
That's
I
not
brought
what we
this
played.
to you as art because what's in here is not K-Tel's Jukebox Jive. It's like Faith Exchange. It's a bunch of
Well, let's exchange faith, folks.
gospel maybe.
Take a little second.
But I
of
think
your life.
it makes great art. You can post it up on the desk if you have some space, or if you need a place to put another piece of artwork.
Hey, we'll make some art
there's
about
a,
it.
There's a jukebox for you.
But let's not. Let's place our faith though.
Okay,
in general.
you can place your faith if you
Want to
need
do
to.
that next? I'll put it on.
Well, I mean, we can. Yeah, we can put that on. Put it in the mix down there. Hey, we followed it up.
Attend the house of your choice,
Sure, of course.
but you better attend the house.
Whatever you're.
That's what.
Attend the house. Don't get caught slipping. You'll go to hell, and I'll sign it. Beastie Boys. It's a solid gold hits. Compliment to the Bossman for my birthday.
Wow.
Look at this gatefold, folks. Tell your grandmother about that. Even at her wake, she'll enjoy that. Right? All
That
right.
1980 gatefold.
That's so good. We listened to record one, side A. What it have? No Sleep Till Brooklyn. It had Check Your Head.
Brass
I mean,
Monkey.
So what you want, Brass Monkey? Check it out,
Yeah.
and No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
yeah, man. Hadn't played this in a
Tell me
little
about
bit.
No Sleep Till Brooklyn. You have some connection to that.
Well, I was in a band called LSOC in the 90s, Listless State of Consciousness. We did play, and actually in the 5Ls later on, I think we did play No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Because I tell you what, the riff of the song, ba-na, bum, bum, it's a real easy riff. And so we would like play our set.
It's just 6 easy chords.
We would play our set and then like come back later and play that, and people would go ape shit because it's a Beastie Boy song, but it was so easy to play, and we were
By then you could be drunk.
we
and-
were no, yeah, we could be
What-
drunk.
what
You
No,
could be.
We
No.
were so drunk that was a great
What
encore
did
for us
ODD
to play. Huh?
ODD, what did they play?
Richard music.
Sabotage. That was it. Nope. They played Sabotage.
Yeah.
People went
Richard music.
freaking wild for that.
Yeah, they didn't drink like we did. No
Yeah.
band drank like we did. Let me
They,
just.
they didn't.
I'll,
You're right.
I'll put that out there. There's not very many bands that we played with that drank the way that we did. Most people were like, God, dude, you guys are like, come on. They'd get up there and like, be all hardcore, but on stage, I'll got a bottle of water, bro, because I'm technical and progressive. And we're like, yeah, we're going to do a shot, and we're going to play a Skinner song. Woo! We didn't care, and that
Okay.
was the good thing. Hey, tell me about this record. We played this. Oh, this is, man.
A little.
What can you say about this record?
Well, it's a bootleg. Pink Floyd.
Oh, man.
It's known as LSD 67.
Yep.
I picked it up in the mid to late 80s in Raleigh at a place called
School Kids?
School Kids Records.
Okay.
Across from campus.
Sure.
It's on pink vinyl. It looks really cool. It sounds like garbage, I'll be honest with you, because it's a couple of recordings.
It's live, and
It's Interstellar Overdrive and
real
Astronomy
prevalent.
Domine recorded live in the London Underground in '67 when they used to have their shows with the light shows and the freakouts and the rave. And in fact, there's a show. It's called there's a movie called Sid's First Trip, and they
Ah.
show footage from the London Underground shows, and
Really?
it's like they're playing Interstellar Overdrive while John Lennon's walking through the crowd in a big fur, and they say that's where he met Yoko. Was during one of those shows. She had some art on display, and he walked up a ladder and looked at what she had written on the ceiling or something wacko like that. But Yeah, that's it's nice to have that. It sounds like garbage, and you know, we had to kind of EQ the hell out of it to make it presentable.
It's a weird. It's
real trebly. It's
yeah.
Somebody's, you know, it's like nowadays if you record it off your iPhone. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's all right.
But I'm glad to have it.
Sure. Hey, we followed that up with a little U2 Live Under a Blood Red Sky. What a cool record. I played side 2, which is it's live. Sunday Bloody Sunday and Electric Company, New Year's Day and 40. Sunday Bloody Sunday and New Year's Day, a couple of my favorite U2 songs. I've got a special connection with both of those.
Well, this album really reminds me of the early days of MTV because MTV had some of the Red Rock concert and a couple, you know, of course, Sunday Bloody Sunday and New Year's Day were big songs that they played off of that live show.
Yeah.
At Red Rocks in Colorado.
You know, I played a lot of U2 early on, and I realized, I'm like, man, we've not played any U2 in a while. I think it gets to where we...
Careful.
We play something too much. I'll play something for a couple weeks in a row, or not a couple weeks in a row, but like 1 week, and then I'll skip a couple weeks and play it. And then, but there's other stuff that gets kind of pushed back, and then when I see it, I'm like, why haven't I been playing this?
Right.
This is something I should be playing on the show. Tell me about this one. You got another record, a little Sly and the Family Stone.
You said put on a little funk, so I thought.
Yeah, I got that
I just
record.
picked this up. This was actually one of my digs, but Sly and the Family Stone.
Yeah.
Greatest hits. We played side 1. We didn't listen to the whole side, but we got through three of the songs off of it.
We got people croaking out.
Stand. Want to take you higher. Everybody's
Crawl
a star.
For you walk, man. Crawl for you walk.
This actually, you know, this album actually ranked in 2003. Rolling Stone ranked it number 60 of the top 500 albums of all time. Now I got a question I want to ask you.
Sure.
Do you think greatest hits? Do you think compilations of any nature should be included in a list of the greatest albums of all time? I got a problem with that.
Yeah, I kind of
agree.
I kind of do too.
Unless I also kind of disagree.
I will tell you.
I kind of agree. I kind of disagree.
I'm kind of in the same place because there's a couple of them that to me are like, yeah, except for Exhibit A, Exhibit B, and Exhibit C.
Yeah, okay.
Except for those compilations.
The Beatles Blue and the Beatles Red. And,
well,
you know.
I mean, I've got one coming up, and you're like,
okay.
What if you only made 2 great songs, but those?
But you know, this is one of those. This is one of those that you might think, well, here's one of my albums that's going to keep the party moving.
That's true.
This is definitely one of those that's going to keep the party moving.
That's that's a great example of that. Speaking of which, in our damn contest,
compilations are great for that because there's usually hit after hit after hit, and then some songs that you should love.
K-Tel is really good for compilations.
K-Tel, I've heard of them.
K-Tel does good stuff, man. I mean, you know, and they know K-Tel knows the shitty pressing.
I had a lot of K-Tel records.
But they know how to keep a party moving.
Not as high, and I'm moving on.
Okay.
There we go. Hey, I had one more record that we played before we started the program here.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was something else right there.
Let me tell you what. This is a record called Quill that Cameraman gave me out of a large selection. This is part of what would be considered the Bosstown Psych movement.
You said Quill?
Quill. Q-U-I-L-L. And self-titled.
Boston?
Bosstown Psych.
Bosstown.
Yeah, which is Boston. It's a Boston psych movement, and this record is pretty rare. Pretty cool gatefold on this.
I'm surprised the thing played.
Yeah, because
it's actually got a crack in it.
It wasn't like this before I had it, before Cameron gave it to me, but somewhere over the course of
sit on it or something?
I don't know. I don't know. It's got a crack in it. Side 2 plays.
Now that thing was effed up from the day you got it.
Yeah,
I promise.
Not that bad.
Sure it was.
I kind of messed it up.
Is it a self-titled album?
It's a self-titled, yeah.
What'd you do to it?
I've only seen. You accused me of when I did the old flatback dropper down.
No, did you drop that record?
Not dropped it. I on purpose dropped it so it was flat.
So did you or did you not drop it?
Yeah, I dropped it.
Then
it didn't crack. It didn't crack. I mean, come on.
Exhibit A.
If you drop a record from here to the ground.
This is on tape now.
Yeah.
We literally have this on tape.
Of me dropping
on
it.
On 3/4 inch tape.
Me
No,
dropping it from
it's
here
5/8.
down to the ground, flat back, smack.
Is that a
Whatever it takes.
cotillion? Is that a cotillion release?
It is cotillion.
1970.
Yes, sir. I've only found a couple of these for sale, and they've
It's
always
the
been
only album by the
So you
band.
admit to breaking it.
$75 and up is what I've found.
You actually admit to breaking it, right?
The album has regained cult status.
Steve says.
It's pronounced status. I think. I don't know.
But anyhow, it's a great
Okay.
album. It's a great album.
Yeah, it is.
And I forgot that it's still playable, even though it's kind of got a little messed up. Hey, wanted to mention, as we finished what we played this evening, we got a special little video to play this evening. Now.
Okay.
We got a couple of videos this evening.
Wow.
One video this evening I want to
Multimedia.
play. Our good friend Abigail has sent us a video recording.
Yeah.
She sent us things in the past. She has sent us. She knows I'm a big Nirvana fan, and that we're big Nirvana fans here on the program. And so she's got high roof on her mouth,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. And so she has sent us her version of Heart Shaped Box. 11-year-old girl, and what better of us here at Grown Man Record Night to promote
Young talent.
young talent
With their ear on the right in the right
Yeah,
place.
it really does my heart good to see somebody that young that really digs stuff like Nirvana. And
And she takes it and makes it her own.
yeah, and
She
I
owns that.
Is this a cappella?
acapella,
Okay.
no accompaniment. So we're gonna take
that's
a
what
look.
acapella means.
Yeah, acapella,
Without
acapella. That's how Barney Fife does it. You sing acapella? Yeah, I know that. Acapella, acapella. So, hey folks, check this out. We're going to check out Abigail singing us a little favor here. She's a big fan of the Grown Man Record Night program and all the fans. So do your due diligence and check out this Heart-Shaped Box rendition here, and we'll be right back after this.
Heart-shaped box. She eyes me like a Pisces when I am weak. I've been locked inside your heart-shaped box for weeks. I've been drawn into your magnets or pit trap. I wish I could eat your cancer when you turn black. Hey, wait, I've got a new complaint. Forever and up your priceless advice. Hey, wait, I've got a new complaint. Forever and up your priceless advice. Your advice. Man-eating orchids forgive no one just yet. Cut myself on angel's hair and baby's breath. Broken hymen of your highness I'm left back. Throw down your umbilical noose so I can climb right back. Hey, wait, I've got a new complaint. Forever accept your priceless advice. Hey, wait, I've got a new complaint. Forever accept your priceless advice. Hey, wait, I've got a new complaint. Forever accept your priceless advice. Your advice. She eyes me like a Pisces when I am weak. I've been locked inside your heart-shaped box for weeks. I've been drawn into your magnetar pit trap. I wish I could eat your cancer when you turn black. Hey, wait, I've got a new complaint. Forever in debt, your priceless advice. Hey, wait, I've got a new complaint. Forever in debt, your...
Okay, folks, what do you think
All right.
about that?
Wow.
Woo!
She does have a high roof on her.
That's big time business,
Okay.
and I mean that's really
You
incredible.
can put a band with that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Getting the band back together.
Acapella, acapella. That's good time stuff, man. And what better way to do? I mean, it really does make me happy to know that a kid that age is like, oh, Nirvana, that's where it's at, and I'm gonna sing that. You know, of all the garbage that's out there nowadays.
My youngest daughter, who is 7,
Yeah.
told me yesterday, she goes, Daddy, do you know Hello Goodbye by the Beatles? And I was like, yeah, I might be able to help you with that.
A little bit.
It's nice. It's nice when you hear something coming from the youth that's not so like, you know, all right, whatever.
Yeah. Hey, I tell you what, this is a great time. Let's just roll on into a little dig of the week action. Because we got a lot of records to get through this evening. There ain't no sense in dilly-dallying around. We're gonna go to a little dig of the week.
Dig of the week.
So I'll tell you what, Steve. We'll start out with you, and if you want to do like half of your stack, and then we'll do a little special surprise.
Okay.
And then we'll come back with some other business. So,
Well, I had some trade credit coming to me from a local place that, you know, you give them a bunch of old books or old whatever, and they give you credits, and I always turn them into records, of course.
Of course.
So they have 2 locations here in the Triad. And I hit one in Winston, and their record selection's not that great.
Yeah.
But I like to see what
really
they might have that I
expensive.
didn't see last time. And I picked up Herbie Hancock from 1973, Sextant. So this covers what I picked up in the jazz world, and it's the first album that he did on Columbia.
Yeah.
It's his last album he did as
Somebody show a close-up of that record.
as Mwandishi. Nobody's gonna see your ass.
Perrin bottle.
And it's when I saw it, I thought, yeah, this is 73. Herbie Hancock, you're good. He's playing he credits. There's a clavinet. He's playing mellotron, and I'm like, okay, I'm buying that for sure.
Of course. Why wouldn't you get
Awesome. We showed this already. I picked this up in Greensboro. Sly and the Family Stone Greatest Hits.
Yeah.
Number 60
That's
out
a
of
great
500.
record, man.
Really happy to have it. This is a 79 reissue on Epic.
Yeah. That's got the tracks on that. It's pretty solid all the way through.
Here's one I picked up because you have it, and
Oh,
I've
yeah.
heard it, and I love it.
That's a great record.
It's the second album by Mountain called Nantucket Sleigh Ride.
Yeah.
Really interesting thing about this album, you know what a Nantucket Sleigh Ride is?
No.
That is a boat getting dragged along after harpooning a whale.
Okay.
It's called a Nantucket Sleigh Ride. And they sing a song about a guy on this album named Owen Coffin.
Okay.
He did this, and actually the whale rammed the ship.
Okay.
And
why wouldn't you?
Once they finally came to a stop after being wrecked on the shore, they actually shot Owen Coffin and ate him.
You know, I told somebody not too long ago, they were like, oh, would you be a cannibal? Would you eat a person like if the apocalypse came? I was like, I'd eat a person, and I don't need the end of the world to come in for me eating.
Okay. Well, I'll do one more then. With that in mind, Paul and Linda McCartney, 1971. This is Ram. Ram has some great songs on Too Many People, which actually he took a stab at John Lennon in Too Many People.
Oh.
Too many people. Something about preaching.
Meaning he was cool that he got shot?
No.
That's what you're saying, Steve.
Not at all.
I think Steve said that.
Not at all.
Okay.
But it actually, this album did not do what critics panned the hell out of it. But guess what? It hadn't turned into Paul's first #1 hit. This is his second solo album.
Good for Paul, man. Big Paul fan.
Which is
here.
Uncle Albert, Admiral Halsey, which is.
I think Paul's one of those guys I think I could hang out with.
Okay, sure, man. I got.
Halsey.
Let me do one more because
Do
I think
one
you
more,
have
Steve.
this one also.
I do have that one.
This is Wind and Wuthering, Genesis.
Great.
From
Genesis record.
'76, I believe.
Come
Phil
on,
Collins.
Steve.
Another Phil Collins record that I like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Tony Banks said this is one of his 2 favorite
It's a
Genesis
great
records.
record, man. For real. I mean,
So,
all the way through, that's a great record.
I'll stop there.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. We had a special little treat this week. And it's always a special treat when you catch a little VCLT, little Vinyl Community Love Train. And our good buddy Scott had sent us a message and said, we're going to send you guys some records. And it showed up the other day. And so we decided, instead of just doing this record, section on
Push
it.
it. Push it. Push it.
We decided to go up on the roof and do a little different take on it. So I'll tell you what, just take a little minute and let's find out what Scott gave us, and we
see
took
what that's
advantage
all
of this
about.
pretty weather, and we'll be
See
right
what
back
that's all
after
about.
this. Hey, welcome, folks. We're on high atop the Grollman Record Night Studios here with man Steve Fever. We're doing a little special thing today. Got a little VCLT package in the mail from our good buddy Scott Brownell, who told me, he was like, "Man, I'm gonna send you some stuff, some cool stuff. I think you guys enjoy." Got it in the mail today.
Haven't opened it.
Haven't opened it. This is a live unboxing, and we figured it's such a nice day. What better place to do it than up on the roof? So that's where we're at. So, all right, let's get into this. Scalpel. All right. Scoutmaster said I'm not allowed to use one of these things anymore.
Away from your body.
Away from my body. Is that already cut? Okay. Let's see if I can get in this guy
We
here.
did a little pre-prod on that.
A little pre-cut. Oh, nice packaging, Scott. Oh man, a lot of records. Let's see what we got here.
Okay.
Very cool. Got a nice little note here. Check out the Cobham Duke DVD. What? You know we're big fans of Billy Cobham and George Duke. Alphonso Johnson is the man. Enjoy the records. Use a shitty needle on the Mantronics, as I just noticed a small crack on it. Cool. Fair enough. Plays over it well on my turntable, so it might be good for a few listens. If anything, provide some extra padding in the mailer. Take it easy, Scott. What a cool guy, man. So this is from Scott. This isn't... Yeah, okay. Okay. How you say his last name?
Strychnine.
Scotty Strychnine. All right. Cool. So here we go, man. Let's take a look. Right off the top here, I'm noticing, I don't want to mess that DVD up.
Little Iceman off the top.
The Iceman Cometh, Jerry Butler. Seen this record around, but never actually picked it up. Because it's all, I've seen it and it's been in like really rough shape when I picked it up. This is very cool, man. Interested to see what this sounds like. Because look at that cover. My man's cold chilling. See what I did there? See what I did there?
I'll take it.
Oh, are you kidding me? Dead Kennedys. Holy crap, man. Plastic surgery disasters. It's got, I just changed one of my desktop backgrounds to this this picture on the back here. No shit. I really did. I remember seeing that in there's an artist that did that. I can't remember what's his name. I saw it on Natural Born Killer, just the thing in the Rodney Dangerfield scene out the window is that little water tower thing. Oh my God, this is very cool. See what, and it's got my favorite Dead Kennedy song, Forest Fire, on it.
Yep.
Think I'll start a forest fire. Oh, check this out, man. Funkadelic. One Nation Under a Groove. I don't think I have this one, Steve. I don't have this one. I've got a lot of Funkadelic, a lot of Parliament, a lot of Clinton in general. Don't have this one. That is fantastic, man. Gee whiz. Can't wait to put this on. This is going to be right up in the old Grown Man Record Nights wheelhouse. We love this stuff. I mean, for sure. Oh, look at here. Japan. All right. I'm not familiar with this record. I remember the group Japan.
That's David Sylvian.
Okay.
This is David Sylvian. He's an English artist, very, very, very popular. Recorded some stuff with the bass player for the Can.
Oh,
I've got
okay.
a couple of his records.
Very
but I
cool.
don't have any Japan.
Oh, was that the ambient stuff that you got?
Yep, yep.
Okay, I remember that. Picked up a couple of those.
He's recorded with Robert Fripp and done a lot of stuff. I think Fripp wanted him to be a singer in Camp Crimson, but he turned him down.
Very cool.
Yeah.
This is 82 on CBS, so look forward to hearing that. Not familiar with that at all. Here's Sunday Funnies. Huh. Check this out. You know anything about this?
I know nothing about that.
I'm not familiar with this at all.
Dedicated to Khalil Gibran, Arthur C. Clarke, Stanley Kubrick, Peter, Jesus Christ.
Jesus, not to mention Jesus Christ.
Johnny Carson.
71 on Motown. Looks like is it a compilation? Let's see what we got
We have
here.
to explore.
Oh, no, it's not a compilation. Very cool, man.
You're catching raw reaction here.
This is raw reaction to something I have no effing idea
Sometimes
what this is.
we're pretty stupid when it comes to raw reaction.
But that's awesome.
Hey, that's the cover from Black Sabbath's Greatest Hits. It's called La Muerte, I believe, the death. And it's like there's dead people everywhere here. It's gross. It's Black Plague kind of stuff.
Awesome. We love plagues. And like you mentioned, here's the one he said had the crack in it, the Mantronics. The album. Never heard this. I've never heard this record. 85 Sleeping Bag Records. That's cool, man.
He sent it to the right place. We got shitty needles.
That's true. We got some shitty needles. We got one that's in rough shape and one that's even in rougher shape.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. We'll definitely check this
Right
out.
on that table.
And cardboard, so we can cut up our meth on. That's great. That's right up our wheelhouse. Hey, this is one of those records that's got this side and that side. There's a track called Hardcore Hip Hop. Boss Man will dig that one. Hardcore Hip Hop. You familiar with Mantronics?
Never heard him, man. Never heard him.
This is going to be cool, man. Hey, man, Scott, we really appreciate you, man, sending us stuff. Can't thank you enough. A lot of records. You really shouldn't have done that, but we're going to jam them hard anyhow. So cheers to you. Cheers to everybody checking us out. Be sure to check us out every Friday night on Ustream and check out the YouTube channel, as well as like the Facebook page. If you've not liked the Facebook page, it's facebook.com/Grown Man Record Night. And if you're seeing this here before it ends, enter the damn contest, all right? Check our YouTube page. Got a cool contest, so be sure to get
Few days left.
Few days left. Or I may extend it. I don't know. So anyhow, thanks for joining us up here on the roof, and we'll send it back into the studio. Okay, man, we're back here live in the studio.
I wasn't expecting that tag on the end. That was nice.
How about that, man?
Son of a gun.
Hell yeah. Man, my man Scott hooked us the F up.
Yeah, man. I'm sitting here looking up Sunday Funnies.
God.
I can't.
Jerry Butler. Sunday Funnies, like he was talking about.
I'm trying to find more
Funkadelic
information.
that I didn't have. Japan. Dead Kennedys. Are you out of your mind? The Mantronics he was talking about. What a great stash Scott hooked us up with, man. What a cool guy. Man, we appreciate you, brother. Thanks for...
we should stand at attention for him.
Oh, thanks for thinking of us and sending us this shit.
Maybe not.
It was so damn good shit. I ain't standing up. I'll fall over, Steve. Come on now. What else you got, Steve? Tell me about something.
Okay, moving right along, I guess. How about this one I picked up? This is Mott the Hoople.
Okay.
Their second album called Mad Shadows.
Mott your Hoople.
This is actually...
Can I have some vodka in my glass?
this was their second album. And it's much darker than what people think of when they hear Mott the Hoople. Mott the Hoople, you think of... all them young dudes or whatever it's called. It's the
all
David
them young
Bowie's.
dudes?
All the
That's
young,
what I'm
all the
talking
young dudes.
about.
David
I
Bowie.
like some young dudes.
But this one's a little darker, and it's very, very good.
Okay.
Very good.
Where'd you pick that up at? That was part of the...
This is part of my dig last
Okay.
night. Yeah,
All
I
right.
did a little digging last night. Next up, we shall talk about...
Skeletor.
Let's get a little more proggy with what some consider the proggiest of all the Yes albums.
Oh.
This is Tales from Topographical
Oh,
Ocean.
yeah, okay.
Great. Now,
I have to-
when it comes to Yes albums, the gatefold's not so great. If you want to open it up and show the entire...
I have to say,
outside.
you didn't tell me any of these
Turn it
records,
around.
by the way.
No, I didn't. I didn't want to tell you about it.
I showed you my record.
You showed me records. I said, you're going to have to wait. But
You made me wait. So this is first
I
time.
found out something real interesting about this album.
Yeah.
This album, John Anderson was looking to do something pretty epic. and he came across some Hindu scriptures. So it's based on 4 Hindu scriptures.
Is that Southern Baptist?
He talked to Steve Howe about it, and Steve Howe got it real excited. So they ended up doing these candlelight writing sessions where they'd stay up real late under candlelight and write. Mm-hmm. And they did a 6-hour session when they finished writing this Topographical Oceans album. It was a 6-hour in a hotel under candlelight for 6 hours. It ended at 7 a.m. and it was in a hotel in Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, Steve!
Of all places,
that's where you know about.
I spent a lot of time in Savannah, and it's so weird that they were in Savannah. I can't even picture them in Savannah, Georgia. It's just not. It doesn't come to mind.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
But that's from '73 on Atlantic Records.
Okay.
It was really just funny to find that out. Next up, I brought a little. You talking about U2? I brought some U2. I found a Joshua Tree.
Oh man, God, I love the Joshua Tree.
This one's
That's one I need.
Was big.
I've got a bunch of them. Rattle and Hum.
87 on Island. This was also produced. Unforgettable Fire was Brian Eno.
Brian Eno, right?
Also Brian Eno and another cat named Danielle Lanois. I don't know how to say that.
French guy.
Interesting thing about this album is it was themed about the USA. It was like their tour and literature and all shit going on kind of affected them. And the album is about America. And the funny thing about that is that in this year, in 2014. This album has been selected for preservation by the U.S. Library of Congress National Recording Registry.
Huh.
So they're not American, but the album has made the registry.
Sure.
So
get on the damn
I guess
registry.
It's a being of significance.
That's awesome.
One more album in the rock genre is Radio Chaos.
Okay.
By Roger Waters.
Oh.
This is his second solo album. This is his first album after the breakup. This is 87 also on Island Records. So I'm sorry, this is on Columbia, 87.
This is after Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking?
Yeah, Pros and Cons was actually
84?
Released when they were still a band.
That was like 84,
84, right? 85 maybe. Okay. And then Radio Chaos, he did not like Radio Chaos. It's grown on me. It's grown on me. At first, I didn't get it quite. It's a concept album like many Roger Waters albums.
Yeah, sure.
And it's about this guy who's handicapped mentally and physically, who
a congressman
has the ability
a congressman
has the ability to listen to radio waves and control them, and he takes control of military satellites and tells the whole world he's going to launch on all these cities, and it's a whatever.
Max Headroom.
Okay, Max Headroom. There you go. Okay, one more that I got last night.
Oh.
And I saved the best for last for me.
I'll do some stuff and then you can finish up.
Is a little album known as Rubicon by Tangerine Dream.
Oh.
And this album
is
Steve. Fantastic.
Come on, Steve's arm.
It's a 75 Virgin International. It's actually an 81 reissue, but it originally came out in 75. And it's along the same lines as Phaedra, which is probably my favorite Tangerine Dream. It continues the Berlin polyphonic sequencer-based sound that they started working on with Phaedra, and it's fantastic.
Do I have Phaedra? I think I have Phaedra.
I don't think you do. I think I have Phaedra. So that's what I picked up. I got 10 really good records this week, and I was really happy to get them. And it just covered the gambit from jazz to funk to a little more rock and prog and electronic. So very happy to.
Big up to Popov Vodka, because why should you pay more than that for destroying your liver? If you're going to destroy your liver, don't pay for it. You're only going to pay for it with health insurance.
Oh, God.
Okay. I got a couple of records I want to go through, and then you can talk about some more records.
I'm done talking about records. Yeah. I'm done.
Somebody says Mitchum. Let's bring it up.
Well,
it's hot. It's getting that time of the year.
I was thinking about that.
It's getting that time of the year.
The good thing about Mitchum is many of the Mitchums offer 48 hours of protection.
48 hours?
What can you do in 48 hours?
Who the hell's sweating that much?
I sweat a lot.
I sweat a lot.
I perform. Whenever I perform, I just sweat like a mug.
Sure.
I'm on the game. I'm on my game. I don't let up. But
Who does?
Whether I'm singing in a symphony chorale or wailing out Nobody's Fault But Mine
Waylon Jennings.
or Black Dog
Yeah.
or even
Racist.
maybe
Song?
a little
Immigrant Song.
My
That'll
favorite.
take you to the top of
It's my
your.
favorite.
immigrant song will do it. That'll make you sweat.
That's the top of the
You need 48. I could probably burn 48 hours of protection in about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Need a lot of Mitchum.
Think about it. If your local grosseteria doesn't carry Mitchum,
I will say the last time I picked up a double pack for the price of one.
double,
Two for the price of one.
double pack of Mitchum.
That's twice as much Mitchum.
Oh.
We have to admit that Mitchum is not the cheapest.
No, I thought it was. I thought it would be.
No,
It's
not.
it's in the high price
Mid to
shelf.
high, yeah.
It's in the mid shelf.
In marketing, you don't mention price.
Yes, you do.
No, sir. You
No,
mention
no.
quality. You mention
worth it,
quality.
yeah.
Well,
and
if
reliability.
price is not your selling point, then it's quality.
Exactly. And Mitchum's a
But you know
quality
the whole
product.
switch to Mitchum
Yeah.
campaign. That's kind of usually when you say switch, you're saying somebody else is the dog, and you're saying, "Oh, try us, please."
Sure.
Eh,
So they're not.
switch them. I'd rather switch them.
I'd rather switch them to Mitchum.
I'm not telling you. I just want to.
Well, I'm forcing you.
Don't tell me to switch. I'll
want to
switch them.
switch 'em.
You do it, or it's a good old-fashioned rape.
Switch them with a nice switch.
Would you rather switch to Mitchum, or would you rather a rape?
Okay, where'd this go?
This took a turn real fast.
No,
Get out of here.
This
Let's
es-
get out of here.
this
You
escalated
got any
quick.
records to talk about?
This escalated
Are we still in Dig of the Week?
We're still in Doug.
Okay.
Hey,
That was
how
a
about
little Mitchum plug.
$1? Big up to Carl the Envelope. What? Beach Beat Records out of Raleigh. Ocean Drive, Volume 2. It only had one of the LPs. Still paid a effing dollar for it because I don't give a damn.
Is that beach music?
Yeah.
Well, we say
Yeah.
beach music. You might not know what we talk about, but South
Yeah.
Carolina,
Soul.
shagging,
It's got
soul.
North Carolina, dude.
Okay, whatever, dude.
That's soul. That's soul. That's just soul all day long.
The Embers, the Drifters, Archie Bell, and the Drills.
Yeah, there you go. You get the idea.
I met Archie.
Who by numbers? Who by numbers? And I appreciate the person that owned this before by going ahead and filling in the front. Whatever. That was $1.
Connecting the dots.
$1
Oh,
for
someone did connect the dots.
Yeah, they
look
did.
At that. Look, it's in pencil. You can erase that.
That's true. I don't know that
No,
I've ever,
you would take the damn paper
I don't know if I've
off.
ever seen it actually connected. So it's actually pretty cool to see it, especially for $1. I'll pay $1 to have
I think
that record.
Squeezebox is on that album.
It is.
It is.
Oh
Squeezebox
my,
is on
I
that.
love that. I love that song.
Okay. Also want to, man, look at this. The only Cream record I have in my collection is, I don't think it has a cover, and it's in like the shitty, what are you doing? Are you giving mouth birth?
That was wet.
That was mouth,
So wet.
that was a mouth
That
birth.
was a twin V. Is what that
Hey,
was.
Twin
it smells.
V? Vagina?
You smell it. Lean forward. I bet you can
One,
smell it.
it's not two twins. It's one twin that has two vaginas.
Lean cuisine.
Don't go there.
No, it's one lady
What are
that
you
has
talking about?
Don't go there.
The
Don't,
twin.
I
don't.
burped, and you're talking about twin V's.
the twin. It's a girl that has
It's
not
a
a
myth,
twin sister,
dude.
but a two vaginas.
It's a myth. It's a myth.
One
Okay.
for the West Coast and one for the East Coast. We'll be right back.
It's a myth. Start over.
Okay. Hey, the only Cream record I've had up to this point, shitty shape, no cover.
Which one is it?
Paper cover. I don't fucking remember. It was terrible.
Okay.
Terrible. To where I can't even play it on the show. I can't even listen to it in general. I picked up Heavy Cream.
Okay, I've
give me
never
that
seen
for
this
next.
before.
Double LP.
I know the Cream.
Yeah, Heavy Cream.
This is a
a
compilation?
It's a compilation, and it's the shit from 66 to 68.
Well, sure.
Polydor released it in like 72. Basically, people say if you're a Cream fan, that's probably got everything on it that you really give a shit about.
Well,
let's be
no.
honest.
If you're a real Cream fan, there's never
Look at
enough.
it. Look at
I'm
it
looking
first.
at it. I'm looking at it.
No, you're a real Cream fan.
But all the ones that you're like, oh, but I really want this song, that's probably got it on there.
It might be on there.
It might be on there. Huh? We're going to go to... Speaking of Cream. Now, Cameron was over at the church doing some work the other day. And there's this picture...
Speaking of Cream,
Speaking of Cream,
Cameraman was at the church.
there was this picture
Is this a
of...
gatefold? What kind of fold is
It's
this?
the... What
What do you call that? Top fold?
Bifold, die cut. No, it's embossed at the top.
Anyway, I'm sorry, I digress.
No, but so
I
Cameron
thought
was,
I was going to flip it open, but there's no
Cameron was
flip.
over working at the church the other day, and there's this picture, apparently in the middle of the church, of Eric Clapton.
What?
We're like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Is it Eric Clapton? It could be Jesus Christ. And it turns out it's actually, who is it?
Peter.
It's Peter. It's Peter.
But
So
it's-
tell us about this.
That's Eric Clapton. That is Eric
no,
effing
yeah, it's
slow
Eric,
hand
It's Eric effing
Clapton.
Slow hand.
Now tell me, folks. Now, I'm a big fan of the Bible. You don't get much
And
more-
that's not Cream Clapton. That's I blew my nose out doing too much coke, and I got a new nose.
New nose.
He's got the that's small nose Clapton. That's what that
small
is.
nose Clapton. And man, hey, I'm a Bible fan. You don't get much more action packed than the Bible. That's a good read. That's a smooth
And you know,
read.
some say Clapton is God.
That's a smooth read.
You ever see the signs Clapton is God?
I did see that.
So is that Peter or is that God or is that
Could be
Clapton?
onto something. But let's I tell you what, we'll do some blow
I would like to.
and we'll
I'd like to go to your church. I'd like to go to that church and see what else great art they have on the walls.
Jimmy Page as John the Baptist. Okay, that means we're playing Ohm later.
And Jimi Hendrix as Judas. It's always a black guy. I don't know why they always do this. But they always do that.
Maya Angelou's getting buried tomorrow, and you're talking about Judas. Let's talk about it.
My town is very crowded right now
Yeah,
by
there's-
people from all over the world.
Maya Angelou's getting buried tomorrow.
The first lady is going to be in town.
For real.
Hannah Montana.
Winston-Salem?
Oprah will be there.
Oprah's going to be here? Let's go up there. We should do a little interview, man. They'll do a little grown man
For
record
Grown
night.
Man Record Night, get to do shout out.
Yeah, we
When
got
I'm in town,
the first lady's
listening.
going to be there.
but you don't have to be in town. You can listen
Oprah's going to
anywhere.
be there. Who else is going to be there?
There's a lot of people.
Dionne Warwick,
Maybe.
um,
Maybe.
Peebo Bryson.
Peebo, don't open that.
Peebo Bryson's going to be
Don't
there.
open that. That's not. We're not slated for that.
No.
No.
4 more weeks.
Four
No.
more
It's
weeks.
way down
Down-
here. They
no.
can't
You got to go
hear it.
home
No.
month before you open that.
No.
So anyway, yeah, they're doing a memorial service. It's closed. It's a private service.
We're going to broadcast
I
it.
think Westboro Baptist Church is even going to be around.
Yeah, there's some of those protester guys are
The
going to
guys
be
who
in town.
protest everything.
I'm thinking about going down there and triangle choking a few people.
Yeah.
I've been working on my triangles, getting them nice and tight. And I got my triangles and my omoplatas are pretty strong.
Hey, the Belmont is tomorrow. Are you going to watch the Belmont?
I might.
I hate to pull
I'm
you off
going for that
topic.
Triple Crown.
You might.
Yeah, Triple Crown.
We were going to play some horse music, but I couldn't find any.
Oh, we got horse music all day
do you
long?
have the horse?
No, I don't think so. Somewhere.
Yeah, I do.
That's what I
you
thought.
know, I was in marching band. That was the one song that get everybody moving because it's got that drum break on it.
Yeah, hey, listen to this, folks.
What you got?
Donald Byrd taking care of business with Herbie Hancock.
Is that Donald Byrd from Durham?
Blackbirds. No. Look at
Blackbirds. Yeah. He was a professor at Duke.
What, Duke?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I was-
No. It was the,
Philadelphia.
Not what's the college in Durham? The
Central?
Central.
Really?
Maybe. I'm gonna vote for that
Because
because that's where the Blackbirds came out of.
this is a weird record, and I'll tell you about this
But you
record.
say Herbie Hancock's on there.
Yeah, I'll tell you. He's not only just on here, Steve.
What's he doing?
This is the introduction of Herbie Hancock.
No.
Yes,
What year
sir.
is that?
1961.
What?
It's the first introduction of Herbie Hancock
But why
as a
would they
piano
put
player.
his name on there like
Here's the
that?
deal. Hold this for me.
Okay, there's something you got to tell me what's going on here. This a reissue?
It's notable for introducing pianist Herbie Hancock. The recording sessions were reissued under various titles
That's what I'm saying.
and leading artists, some with even changed track titles, false composer credits, missing names of bassists and drummers in the recording date.
It looks like a reissue.
It is a reissue.
Mr. Lucky theme's on here.
Because here's the deal. The original recording recording title was called Out of This World.
Okay.
And that was what came out in like 61. But it's weird because it was called Out of This World, and then back in the 70s, they just started releasing it under all these weird ass freaking names, man.
Taking care of business.
And taking care of business, and on this label TCB, if you notice, pull that bitch out of there.
I saw it.
TCB. I love that.
TCB.
Which is
Oh,
awesome.
Elvis. TCB.
Because when me and Cameron were in college,
I've never been.
you'd
to
be
college.
like, "Hey man, do you want to go grab a beer and some Mexican food, and then we'll go like fist some JV cheerleaders in the forest?"
Okay.
No.
And you would say,
The
"No
bamboo
man."
forest.
You would say, "Hold up, I got a TCB from like 9 to 11 in the morning,"
Yeah.
and you'd be like, "Okay, cool. Well, just hit me up after lunch."
Okay.
Because if we threw the term out TCB,
But
you'd
did-
leave it
have you-
alone.
ha-
Leave
but-
it alone. You'd leave it alone.
You got a
Have
special
you
book.
listened to the record?
No sir.
Okay.
Brand new today. Bought it today.
Okay.
But if you said I got to go TCB, you don't
no
bust
question.
balls. You don't bust balls.
No questions.
No, that meant
TCB.
I gotta go. I gotta go and pay my
Take
bill
care of business.
and like
I gotta go pee in a cup.
take
Yeah,
an exam. That's TCB. So that's not a ball busting category. It's not like, oh bro, come skip it and we'll watch Karate Kid Part 2. No.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
That's
like-
what you did for your
Or
chemistry
super van.
Yeah.
Super van.
There is a story
For
where
chemistry? Oh,
I
dude.
skipped a very important thing in my
Tell
life
us about
because
chemistry.
No, let's not go. Let's not go there.
Karate Kid
We're
Part 2
doing
was
dig of the
on.
week. We're doing dig of the week.
Karate Kid Part 2 was on, and I screwed up my entire life because I wanted to see those exquisite scenes from Okinawa. And Johnny from the high school.
Exquisite scenes from Okinawa.
It's such
You know,
a,
I was made in Japan.
Really good.
it's such a beautiful
Were you
movie.
really?
Yeah. I was made in Japan.
It's such a
Okinawa, of all places.
it's such a beautiful movie.
Miyagi-san.
Hey, how about this? Hey, I picked this up for $1, and
Okay.
I won't leave this for $1.
I love Supreme.
Love Supreme, Love, Devotion, Surrender, Carlos Santana, Mahavishnu, John McLaughlin.
Oh yeah, Devadip Carlos
I
Santana.
own this. This is doubles for me, and I figured I'll either
This
include
is their homage to John Coltrane. We talked about this when we talked about some John Coltrane one
Yeah.
night.
and
I think we both have this now.
we both have
That looks
this.
like a really good copy for $1.
I think I'm going to give it to Cameraman,
Or put it in the prize patrol.
or put it in the Prize Patrol. But Cameron said he would be interested in it,
I
so
don't know. Maybe nobody wants the prize patrol. What the hell?
nobody cares. We're all a bunch of loners, Steve.
You know how they
Our
show
last
you
record.
they care?
Look at this.
Going ahead and submitting
Enter the
that.
damn contest.
Entering the contest.
Jimi Hendrix Loose Ends.
What's
Let me-
that?
Okay, this is a UK import, okay?
UK, not
yeah.
okay.
Not okay, UK. Let's hold this guy up and I'll hip you to a little loose
Previously
ends.
unreleased jams.
It is a posthumous 7th studio album by Jimi Hendrix.
Posthumous?
Yes. This is after he passed.
You mean posthumous?
Posthumous. Posthumous.
Humorous, that's like a sore on your
It's
arm.
after
a
funny.
humor.
No, it's after funny.
Oh, it's not funny.
It's after funny.
Okay.
It's when funny leads into Grown Man Record.
Okay.
Because there's like sort of funny, almost funny. Okay, the guy's dead,
Not so
and
funny.
then Grown Man Record Night.
Not so funny.
Not so fun. It features a collection of outtakes and jams, and apparently they re-released this shit, and some people were like, oh, this and that and the other. But I've heard from a good source, this is not throwaway jams.
No, I'm not talking.
These are not throwaway jams from Jimi Hendrix, even the ones that I was recommended, like, oh, I can't remember what record it was. These are some jams that he was just like doing his thing in the living room, and you shouldn't buy it. It was like $2.50, and I'm like, oh word, well I just won't do that. I won't buy it. Now I'm like, why the hell I didn't buy that record, man? It was a Jimi Hendrix record for $2.50. That was the title was a little more than living room noodles.
What?
Yeah, I know.
What are you
did
talking
just
about?
say?
This Jimi
I
Hendrix? This
know.
one?
I should know. It was a different one, but I
use
should
that
have just
little
bought it.
glass there.
So I'm really stoked to have this. And I'll have to say, man, my Jimi Hendrix collection is really growing here recently. And the more weirder shit I get from Hendrix, the better off I feel that I am. Because everybody loves Purple Haze and Foxy Lady and Hey Joe.
Third stone from the sun.
I like the shit that nobody's heard. More than anything. Really. To be honest with you, Steve,
Now, my favorite song is one I've never ever,
Oh my
ever
God.
heard before. It's called Purple Haze.
throwing up.
He plays it on the guitar.
That's the end of Dig of the Week because I'm throwing up.
Okay.
Hey, hand me a 2-liter out of that top
Out of the
person.
freezer. Hey, you can get that Appalachian spring water out of there too.
Oh, Steve. Jesus Christ.
Try a little bit of that. They got a little bit left over.
We got stuff coming over here. We got stuff coming over there. We may want to get Steve a glass over here.
My glass is over there near the sink. It says it's a jar or something.
Okay. Here we go.
That's fine.
So we're going to go right into damn soda speak. We got some things to talk about this evening. Some great soda things to talk about. I mean, why the hell wouldn't you want to stay with us? God almighty.
Are you switched to a different graphic now?
Graphic. My liver has switched to no. My liver says no. So here we go, Steve. What is it? Tell me. You brought this? I'll move my liquor drink over here. Tell me about this drink, Steve.
I'm assuming it's a limited release thing.
Yeah.
It says limited edition on it.
Dr. Pepper, folks.
We're going mainstream here with PepsiCo, or the Dr. Pepper company, actually.
Sure.
This is Dr. Pepper Vanilla Float.
Vanilla Float. Woo!
It's got all kinds of symbols of Americana and summertime on there.
What better day to bring this out than the 70th anniversary of the Normandy invasion?
Where the
crying out
where
loud.
The Americans showed their mustard.
Hey, folks, if you've never seen The Longest Day, this weekend would be the greatest time
I
to
watched The Longest Yard the other night.
go seek out The Longest Day.
Quite the same, but it's close.
Go,
It's real close.
go seek out The Longest Day and watch it this weekend. I mean, it would be the most appropriate. Seriously.
But this is vanilla. They
Let's
say it's a vanilla float, and I love vanilla float.
Sure.
I've never had one with Dr. Pepper.
DP.
No.
I'm imagining it's going to be a vanilla float that tastes like
DP.
Dr. Pepper,
It
right?
also stands for
I've had a DP, but it was at a concert, and I had way
it
too much
stands
to
for something
drink.
Different.
I had way too much to drink.
So
You do not want that DP.
let's try this.
There was a... Okay, so if I was Carl the envelope, I'd take this guy.
Show the profile view.
Okay,
Turn to the side. There you go.
there we go. Carl's
Pour it
gonna-
all over yourself. That worked. That worked.
Carl's onto something.
He is.
What do you think about that, Steve?
It's good. It tastes like Dr. Pepper.
It tastes like Dr. Pepper. How much different than Dr.
I
Pepper?
don't know. I mean, Dr. Pepper.
There it is. Stop. Slurp your mouth. Whistle. Taste it. There's the vanilla.
Oh, I can taste the vanilla, but I think Dr. Pepper already has a vanilla kind of flavor to it.
I didn't taste it until now. Now. It's like after. Give it a second.
Yeah, that's a little bit more. Volume.
But wait. But
a
wait.
little bit more.
Just wait.
It's on the end.
Yep. Way on the end.
Like after you've already closed the door. It's like,
Yes,
oh,
sir.
I like that.
Oh, wait.
a lot.
Yeah.
There's a vanilla float there.
If you're so if this is a 20-ounce drink you're buying at a convenience store because you're on the road and you're spitting up on yourself like Steve, you'll probably take it and you'll kill it and be like, "That's bullshit. It tastes like Dr. Pepper."
Then you wake up in the middle of the night and go, "Wah!"
But if you're a grown man and you're gonna sit and take a few sips of it and sit it down, after your few sips, you'd be like, "Damn, Dr. Pepper and vanilla.
Okay.
How about that?"
But now my Dookie smells like vanilla.
So take it easy. Dr. Pepper, vanilla float. Take it easy.
It's good though.
Okay.
It's a good sipping
Take
drink.
it easy.
It's a good sipping drink because on the back end, you will appreciate that vanilla much more than if you're just chugging it like a mug. You know what I mean?
Kind of wish they'd put it in a diet.
No.
It's good.
What? Oh, you
good.
want that?
That's good though. I'm not much of the regular sugar soda guy anymore.
Right. It's good. Oh, I've always loved Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, that's the one that, I mean, really. Okay. All right, so we're gonna wrap up that edition of Soda Speak.
Yes, sir.
So for Chip Chat this evening, I'll tell
Chip
you
chat.
what,
Are we doing chip chat?
we're doing Chip Chat. So much so that we're doing Chip Chat. I'm going right into the damn graphic. Okay. We got a couple of things that are open this evening, which is pretty rare for us. I mean, we don't
Okay.
normally do this.
Why do we have so many open
Well-
bags here?
I'll tell you.
Next.
One reason is
Trade it.
earlier in the week, I'll have to say, I made a sandwich.
A sandwich?
Now, let me tell you something about when I eat a sandwich.
Sandwich.
There's certain things burgers, sandwiches.
You gotta have chips.
I will. If I don't have chips or fries, I just won't do it. I'm
Yeah.
not kidding. I'm really not kidding.
He's
And
not
people
kidding.
here know that I'm not kidding.
I've seen it happen.
Sometimes
like-
I really need a pickle with my sandwich.
Here's a ham and cheese sandwich. Do you want it? And my answer is,
You got chips?
do you have chips? What are you, an asshole? No. Do you have chips? Are there fries? I'm sorry. Pass it along. I won't do it. I just won't do it. Life is too
Well, you
short.
might take a sandwich and then go pursue some chips.
I'll figure it out.
So on that note,
Yeah. So anyhow, throughout this week, I had a sandwich. That's what I had
And-
for supper. And I had to go open one of our bags of chips for Chip Chat.
you had to make an open bag special. Which
I
is-
made my own open bag special, and it's one of
should be
it's-
every week.
It's part of our store brand challenge series, Southern Home, which is a Bilo brand, if I'm not mistaken.
Bilo?
Boss Man brought us. These
Okay.
are wavy ranch chips. Normally with the store brand wavy chips, I like to see how I think they would stand up against a good dip. Of course, if you're a wavy chip,
You got a ranch, it's already built, your dip's already built in.
that's true. These are good. Let's hold those guys up if we could, please. I would not kick these out of chip bed, Steve. They're good.
They are good. You say,
There's
you say that's Bilo?
I think so. And there's a lot of ranch flavor on there,
Southern Home.
which is pretty typical from a store brand
Yeah.
to have a lot of junk on your chip.
Uh-huh.
I think in the ranch particular situation, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about these chips you picked up today, Steve.
Well,
Another open bag special. My mom actually mentioned these. She said she went up there to get them the second time, and they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry." She said, "What happened to those chips that were on the aisle?" And they said, "I'm sorry, we were not supposed to have those." And she was like, "What?"
they pulled them.
They pulled them, but you found them.
New flavor of
New
the
flavor
Lay's.
from Lay's.
Pico de Gallo.
Oh, love Pico now.
They say on the cover, flavor inspired by one of our employees, and his name is Samuel Olivares.
I'm pretty sure Pico de Gallo means peak of the guy.
Peak of the guy. And
Housekeeping.
I'll show you what they look like.
Housekeeping.
Pico de Gallo.
These are really good, and I'll tell you my opinion of these. If you're familiar with the garden tomato and basil chips from Lay's, this really tastes like that.
They're good. It tastes fresh.
Sans basil plus cilantro.
Take out the basil, put it in cilantro.
That's pretty much the tomato flavor of these.
They're good.
Very, very similar to that, but they're very good.
So I bought that little bag, and I was going to kill it at work, and you apparently didn't kill it all. So.
No.
But I found a big bag today.
Oh, yeah?
I left it at home. I would have brought it. I didn't know we were going to talk about Pico de
all
Gallo.
right. We had enough to talk about it. And then we also have enough to talk about these Route 11 potato chips. Chipping away since 1992, they say. Kettle cooked, salt and vinegar. Who brought me these? These are from Mount Jackson, Virginia.
Gotta be Cameron.
I think Bossman brought them when he went up to Roanoke area. Salt, so it's a salt and vinegar kettle chip from this Route 11 brand. Oh, those are good, man. And
I
I'll
love
tell you
salt.
why.
I love salt and vinegar.
Let me tell you why. It's a nice kettle consistency, and a little
Chipping
bit of
away since 1992.
92. A little bit of salt and vinegar. These are not over the top, make your mouth raw, make you hate life salt and vinegar. It's much more of a kettle chip first, a little bit of salt and vinegar flavor later. You know what I mean? Little bit.
A little chippy off the top.
It's much more chippy than it
Yeah.
is salt and vinegar.
Yeah.
Because some salt and vinegar chips will make you like,
Dude,
even they're good, they'll make you draw up.
I worked for Frito-Lay.
Well,
My days were marked by our introduction when we first introduced salt and vinegar. We didn't introduce salt and vinegar. We stole the idea from Lance or somebody.
sure.
But our salt and vinegar chips, when they first came out, I would try them in the truck. You know, before I was delivering, I would say, oh well, let me try these. You put it on your tongue, and your nose would like. It's like doing a whippet.
Yep. What's that?
It's like you get this like feeling in your head.
Oh, I get that feeling, Steve.
They toned them back after a month or two, but the first salt and vinegar chips that Frito-Lay came out with were so amazing. But these are really good.
That's a good chip. I really there's not many like boutique or different salt and vinegars that I really like. This is one of them. This is really good because they take it easy. They understand.
Do we not? This is not a store brand.
I don't think so, man.
Route 11.
I don't. Think
You know
so.
what? Maybe I might have gotten these,
It says Virginia's finest.
but I might have gotten these at the Cracker Barrel.
You think so?
Maybe.
It's possible. Good
Yeah.
chip.
Maybe I did. I don't know.
Hey, let's wrap up this chip chat, man. What a cool show we've had tonight, though, for real. From great.
Actually, I went to Cracker Barrel because I was looking for Charles's chips.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to put out a request.
Yeah?
Somebody needs to tell us where we can find Charles's chips.
Yeah, you remember Charles's chips? They came in the can,
Big can.
and they would bring them to your grandmother's.
They would deliver them to your aunt's house.
Yeah.
Charles and
You would go
chips
over there, and
of
she
your
would be
days
changing
and
clothes,
your
and you would
nights.
look too hard while she's changing clothes. Because your aunt is not a bad-looking woman. She's your
Yeah,
aunt,
She is.
but I mean, when it comes down to they're tits, right? So they're tits at the baseline of all of it. They're tits, and who doesn't want to see tits? Are they your aunt's tits? But they're tits. Before they're anything, they're tits.
Dude,
Have we made the show too long?
stop while you're ahead.
Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here on Grown Man Record Night. We've had a lot of cool things tonight. A lot of cool chips, cool soda, and a lot of cool records. We appreciate everybody joining us live, hooking us up with us on YouTubes, and participating in our contest, and man, people sending us records. Scotty, man, we appreciate you, brother. A lot of cool stuff, man. A lot of cool stuff. So we're gonna wind this episode on down. And
What are we gonna play? What are we gonna play after this?
Oh, we're gonna play some of the new records we got. I want to play that Hendrix, that new Hendrix coming up.
Yeah.
And what you got? You really want to play?
I don't
Like
know.
something just at the top that you really want to play.
Maybe some Roger Waters.
Okay. Definitely that Jimi Hendrix, that the UK pressing I just picked up. We're gonna play that, and it'll get weirder as we move on in the night. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Boy, we sure do appreciate you. Be sure to check us out on our Facebook page. If you've not joined our Facebook page, go over and like us. If you like us, I post shit during the week and you'll like it. I talk about records and music and your uncle and pictures of your mama and whatnot. Okay. And then we go to the YouTube
They're just
page.
tits, right?
Yeah. YouTube page. That's where we post all the segments. You're going to want to join us there. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us live on the internets and all across the globe. We sure do appreciate you. For
All
cameraman,
my life's a
Steve
circle.
Fever, I'm Mikey
Sun
Bananas.
up to
We'll see you
sundown.
next week live
All my
here on the
life.
internets on Grown Man Record Night.
Thanks for watching.
We love you, baby. We love you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.